What's going on, guys? Sumi here with ThoughtCast, and today I'm going to talk about why you should disagree with someone that you like. Okay, the title of this video might be a little misleading. I don't want you to get in arguments and disagree with everything that someone says, okay? It's not the prerogative I'm trying to push here. It's not the agenda that I really want to designate towards you. The thing I want you to understand is agreeing to everything that they say is going to make them not like you. And I'm going to explain why. So let me break this down. When you meet someone and you like them, let's say you're going on a date with someone, the natural inclination that you have is to agree with what they say. You want to be more so approving of them. You want to look past the red flags. You want them to see you as someone that they can like and get along with. And the truth is, we do actually date people that are similar to us. We date people that have the same religion, that live in the same town, that speak the same language, that typically work in the same area. We're attracted to people that are very similar to us. But in the initial phases of interaction, especially, and throughout the relationship, you don't want to be someone that always agrees. You want to be someone that disagrees, but then reaches a compromise. See, when you meet a girl or a guy, whoever it might be, and you just constantly agree with them, yeah, I agree that too. I think that's wonderful. Number one, you're being someone that you're not. Because the reality is, you don't agree with everything they say. Let's just be honest. You're not going to agree with every single thing that they say because you're going to have an opinion or two that's different. But most of the time, you're going to go over that because you want to make them feel comfortable. People can pick up on this. So number one thing is, you're going to look like you're a fake person. Number two, when you agree with them, there is no challenge. And challenge is what makes you attractive. See, the science of attraction is very complicated, but one of the most important things for attraction is perceived challenge. Challenge is associated with status and the ability to acquire something. If something is harder to get and it's more scarce and it's more difficult to receive, it's going to be worth more. I remember when the PS5 came out, this is a bad example, but I'm gonna use it anyway. Everybody wanted it, okay? And I got a PS5. I actually have 3, but I never play them. And for those of you out there that are PS5 fanboys, I'm sorry, I don't play the console. I just have it for show. But I got it because I thought it was hard to get. And now that PS5 is more readily available, at the time of this video, it's pretty readily available, December 2022. It's not that hard to get. I don't even care about it, But at the time I got the PS5, I was so interested, I was so fascinated with the idea of getting this new console because it was reminding me back then to when I was a kid and I first got my first PS2, which was really difficult to get. I got the PS2 when it was like $400. Back in the day, $400 was a lot more money than it is worth now. And the PS2 was a very heavy level machine. I have the old school PS2, guys. It was a really big deal to me because of the perceived challenge. It's the same thing with people. You want to show them that you're not easy to acquire. You want to show them that your attention is scarce. You want to demonstrate to them that you're who you are. You're real. You're going to speak up for the things that you want to speak up on. People are more attracted to people that are passionate and that are convicted in their own opinions. It allows them to feel connected to them in a realistic way. So that's the first thing. And then it comes down to disagreeing. You don't want to say, nope, absolutely wrong. You don't want to say that. You want to disagree with them in a polite way. You want to say, look, I understand how you feel. I actually felt that way too, but here's what I found. Or you can say something like, look, I understand how you feel. Here's what I think about it, and I would love your opinion on how I feel. You can give them your insight without being disrespectful. And do that in a calm, collected tone. Tonality is very important here. And your tone in itself of how loud you're speaking is very important as well. So when you're talking to someone and they're bringing something up to you, maybe you're on a first date and you're trying to build that sexual chemistry, you want to disagree with them in the areas that you actually disagree with them on. Anything that you don't agree with them on, just be honest about it and compromise. See, it's a lot more valuable and a lot more attractive when you come to a conclusion and you compromise, because compromise is the foundation of a relationship. And that will show somebody a couple things. Number one, that you're a realistic person. Number two, that you're going to stand up for your beliefs because you're not avoiding conflict. You never want to date someone that avoids conflict, because that in theory means that they're only happy when things are peaceful. And the reality is, in life, nothing is ever peaceful. Nothing is ever perfect. So you don't want to date someone that is avoiding conflict. So you're not someone that avoids conflict, which is very attractive. And last but not least, you're willing to compromise. You're willing to have an intelligent conversation with someone and come to an agreement. That shows them that you're relationship material. That, oh my God, even if I disagree with someone, they're willing to agree. Because the reality of it all is, we all disagree with everybody else. You're going to disagree with me on different things. You might not like my favorite food. You might not like my favorite song. You might not like my favorite car. You might not like my favorite place to live. And you for sure don't like my favorite people, because my favorite people are my mom and my dog. You don't know them. You probably wouldn't necessarily like them over the people that you have in your life. So my point is with this, I'm willing to disagree with you. You should be willing to disagree with me, and we should be able to reach a compromise that we can agree to disagree. That is a very attractive thing. So in conclusion, guys, when you're going on a date, when you're trying to build that sexual chemistry, don't be so agreeable. Don't do everything this person says. Don't just go with the flow. Be honest with who you are and allow them to disagree with you and you to disagree with them, and then be open about making a compromise in your opinions. Hope this makes sense. Until then, Sumi out.